What's up, YouTube? Welcome to more trades. This is an update on Solana. We're going to take a look at Solana with this move up that we had from the 29th, 30th of December, 29th of December, I believe we were moving up. We started moving up. Now, if I take it on the daily time frame, just to let you know, I made an update on my Fibonacci channels. They look different on Solana. So I have different targets now, but for now, why I plotted it this way, I see it is respected much more. I like the way it looks, and if anything changes, I can change them again. But for now, this is the channel, and the next resistance is the 1.618 over here. If we pump in today's candle, that could take us to 41. Obviously, that's so far away. But nothing's impossible in crypto. I mean, anything is possible. If we pump tomorrow, then that could take us to 37. The day after, it could be 36, and so on. Now, for Solana, this move up may have been completed. Let's look at this. You take a trend-based fib from the bottom over here to the top over here, and you bring it down again, and you look at Solana. Solana has hit an extension of 2.72, quite extended over here. That could be completed. I mean, the wave 3, this was a 1-2, this was a wave 3 over here. We exceeded the 1.618, and considering the wave 3 peaked over here, this is all assumptions, in my opinion, speculation. Nothing is guaranteed. So if we say the wave 3 was there, so if we measure the length of wave 1, actually we take a fib retracement. We take it from the beginning of wave 3 till the peak of wave 3 over, I said it ended over here, possibly even over here, the wave 3 ended. The wave 4 came, wait, this is the wave 3, the wave 3 of 3, the wave 4 of 3 came to the 0.382. So we had a 3, 4, and a 5 over here, completing the 5th wave. And then we had a 4 and a 5 to finish off this entire move up. That is possible. And then we came down in a possible now wave 4. So we had a 1, 2, this whole thing was a 3, 4 and a 5, completing the wave 3, and another 4 and a possible 5. But the way it looks, I doubt it's going to be another 5, but it is possible. So if we're going to have a wave 5, we need to project where would our wave 5 go. You take it from the length of the wave 3. Yeah, the length of wave 3, if we say it ended over here, and then you bring it to the bottom of wave 4. I'll say 3 ended here because we had a 4 and a 5, another 4 and a 5. The wave 5 up could take us anywhere between these two targets for Solana. So we could come to the 0.618 around here, or even the 1-to-1 extension around here if the wave 5 is not overextended. And if we do that, we might be meeting Fibonacci channel resistance and fib retracement. We'll be looking at that when that happens. And at that zone, if we take a Fibonacci retracement from this peak over here to the bottom over here, the trough over here, peak to trough, you can see that the 1-to-1 doesn't coincide with anything of the retracements. The 1.618. If we get to this, the 0.618 is close to, well, not so close. The 0.618 of the fib retracement is 27. The 0.618 of the fib retracement is 28. So in and around that zone, you'll find some good resistance between $27 and $28. Keep that in mind. The 1-to-1. In my opinion, if we are getting to the 1-to-1, then there is a more indication that we're going on the upside because we'll be exceeding the fib retracement of the 0.887. which usually if you exceed the 0.887, it's a possible reversal zone. Bitcoin yesterday exceeded the 0.887, but only wicked it. It did not follow through. So that's for Solana to the upside. If we are done with this move up and we're going to come down for Solana, then we take a fib retracement, assuming this entire move up was a wave 1 and we're coming down in a 2 or a B. So your zone to watch out is anywhere between the 0.5 to the 0.786, 17 to $12. 17 to $12 is possible for Solana if this move down continues. Now let's look at the volume. I need to go on a different chart because this chart on crypto does not show the volume for some reason. Now over here, the volume has been significantly low for Solana on the daily time frame. On the 4-hourly, ever since this 13th of February, volume has been declining. That's about 5 days. And if you look at the hourly, same thing, volume declination. I'm not liking it because it could mean that we don't have any more juice to the upside. These move ups were not supported by volume, but it could also mean that we're going to have an explosive move pretty soon. So how to determine if you're going to have an explosive move very soon? We could go to the ATR indicator, average to range, basically tells you the range between each candle and the other. So it compares it and counts an average. So when you go to a higher time frame and you look at Solana, where is the ATR now? ATR is fairly low. I mean, you can see that price is contracting on the ATR. Over here, we had a spike in ATR when we had this big dump down, but ATR is fairly low. We're at levels of, what levels are we at? We're breaking levels that we're in 14th of February. So we're getting lower ATR, lower ATR. So what we would like to see is this ATR to come as low as these levels over here, in and around that zone. I'd say when for Solana it's around the 0.2 region, then you can expect a very explosive move to the upside or to the downside, because the last time we were in that zone, you can see the reaction over here. When ATR was very low, it was in and around this region. We had a drop and a significant drop, 11 to I believe $7. That was a significant drop. Then what followed through is this. So we like to see that. And if we look at the caterpillar over here, if we go to the RSVVB, you look at the caterpillar, you could see that, I'm sure to show that price is contracting. There you go. You like to see the caterpillar very contracted. You like to see that squeeze just before the explosion. So if you look at the width over here of this squeeze before the dump, it was about 7% squeezed. We don't always have to have it before an explosion, but it's pretty nice. It's a good indicator to look at. Over here, we're still very much expanded. We're at 15. We have seen that before over here when we were, after the small dump to $7, we were at around 28 expansion, but we still had that explosive move to the upside. But it's a good indicator for determining volatility incoming. Volatility goes low, ATR will show a low indication, and eventually you get an explosion. Now on the higher time frame, let's look at where are we with our magical cloud, Ichimoku cloud. We are above the cloud. We have a thinning area over here in the 4-hourly time frame. That will be on the 19th of February, 11 p.m. So there is a risk of us dropping here if we don't hold up. This is a weak zone, and we have the Kumo twist, and we're getting a green support cloud. So if you can hold this, then we might remain above it. But if we drop, then what would happen is if we drop, then this cloud initially will come this way, and you'll see that the resistance cloud is getting thicker and thicker, and it becomes harder to get above. I'll show you an example of, look at that big green support cloud. We came to it and bounced off it. When we have a resistance cloud getting thicker, we just keep under it, like how when we dumped over here. You see, when we dumped over here, we were above, we had a thinning of the cloud over here, as you can see, a Kumo twist, and we just dived down, and the cloud got thicker as we remained under it. And eventually the cloud, we got a twist over here, I believe, somewhere around here, and we pierced through it, and we tried to remain above. So Solana is looking pretty nice, but we are at risks of dropping down to $11 if this doesn't hold up. We have zones to be watching for possible liquidity grab and a bounce. You have the naked point of control to the upside around $26, $27. I gave you that zone. I told you that's a possible target to the upside, $27 to $28. And then to the downside, if Solana wants to make a quick move down, you can see it slightly got there, but it didn't take the liquidity. The line is still there, this pink line, and that zone would be at around 21.95. So it's possible for Solana to come there. We are double topping, but if we want to look at EMAs, do we have any EMAs above us on higher time frame that would be as resistance for us to be aware of? We have at $28, that zone again, $27, $28 will be the 200 EMA on the daily time frame. So that would be a good zone to keep your eye at if you want to get into a short, possibly a scalp or a swing short. You will find resistance there. You have Fibonacci levels, and you have the 200 EMA coming in around that region. On the weekly, that would be the 50 most probably. Let's look at that. Yeah, that's the 55 EMA, sorry. And it would be very close to the 50 EMA. Now, switching off these two indicators, let's see if we have, keeping this on, let's see if we have any sell signals on the smaller time frame. We got a short signal over here at this candle. This was today, hours ago. But I've noticed with this indicator, you get a short or long swing signal, then you get a swing to the opposite direction, then a possible continuation down. So we could be having the down move. This is on the 15-minute. On the hourly, do we have any short signal? We didn't get a short signal yet on Solana. Obviously on the 4-hourly, it won't be visible since you didn't get it on the hourly. You got a long signal here. However, you got a swing to the opposite side, and sometimes these signals are delays. All indicators are lagging. So yeah, that's for Solana. Targets to the upside, as I told you, $27, $28 region. Look for rejection and a short, possibly even before 25.731, where we have a significant horizontal resistance. You see, we've been wicking, and you guys who've been following me for a while know that I had this line for a while, and you see we've been failing constantly. You can see that we go above, but we always fail down. So just keep your eye at 25.731. And you'll need to keep an eye on higher targets if we're going to get there. Now, looking at other zones of interest, I would be concerned with the value area high over here. I mean, it would be my next zone of support. I'll just bring this one down here, and let's get rid of that. The value area high of the entire region will be down here. I gave you the target of $11 to $12. That will be another zone of interest by Fibonacci retracement. And you have something right before it. You have the $13, which will be the point of control. So that would be a good level to look for support. Yeah. And you have the 18,343, important zone. You know that I had it for a while. So yeah, just watch those zones, mark out the targets I gave you, and you could try your chances, try your luck with longs or short. But for me, if Solana even goes up, there's a good chance I'll be entering a short. All right, that's it. Hope you liked the update. If you did, smash the likes and subscribe to the channel. Join the free Discord. And if you really like to support the channel, then the link is available in the channel description and in the video description. Takes you to a secure site, PayPal, to donate whatever you feel like. Okay, more trades. I'm out.